Ahead on DC News Now, an entire school district closes over safety concerns tied to a trespassing teenager who's been reported missing. Also, more measles cases confirmed today in Maryland. The health alert you need to know about. Then a push to protect the Department of Education.
And I think that more people would be opposed to the dismantling of the Department of Education if they knew that it doesn't have anything to do with curriculum.
Students and teachers from across the region make their voices heard.
Well, heading into the weekend, we are going to be tracking a few spotty showers. We'll have a look at this forecast up next.
And later, the first alligator in the country to get cataract surgery. How doctors were able to get it done. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall. Annalisa Gale has the day off. Right now, schools in Fredericksburg, Virginia are closed as police are searching for a missing teenager who allegedly trespassed at a school earlier this week, sparking an investigation and a shutdown of the city schools. And take a look at these photos from Fredericksburg police. They say that they're concerned for 16-year-old Fasiola Safar. He was reported missing in Fairfax County Monday. DC News Now's Randy Bass is in Fredericksburg with the latest.
Fredericksburg police sharing these images of 16-year-old Fasiola Safar, sharing that officers are concerned for the boy's mental health. They say he was seen here on the James Monroe High School campus Wednesday, 2 days after he was reported missing by family in the Alexandria area of Fairfax County. Fredericksburg officers say a school resource officer tried to approach him, but the teen took off. Fredericksburg City Schools says it received information Thursday night and Friday morning, leading to the shutdown of schools for safety and security reasons Friday, though it's not clear what that information was. Police say the teen is now wanted for trespassing, but neighbors we talked to want more details about what happened.
You know, I've deadbolted my front door, and I never feel like I have to do that, and I still don't know what's going on.
Sue Connors lives near the high school, on edge since she heard about the investigation.
The city could come out and say, we will let you know what's going on. Should I stay in my home? You're safe in your home. You're safe to go to work. You're safe to do whatever. I'm not getting any indication whether I'm safe or unsafe in my own.
And families from nearby school districts also sharing their concerns, with Stafford and Spotsylvania counties both increasing police patrols but keeping classrooms open.
First I was worried because I have grandchildren, but I didn't know anything. It was kind of left for everyone to know that it was just, we didn't know what it was.
That was Randy Bass reporting. Police say they are still actively searching for the teenager and ask anyone with any information on his whereabouts to give them a call or send an anonymous tip via text. Well, also breaking this afternoon, a federal bribery scheme has landed a former Virginia sheriff behind bars. After a week-long jury trial, ex-Culpeper County Sheriff Scott Jenkins has been sentenced to 10 years in prison. He was found guilty on all 12 counts of conspiracy and honest services fraud and bribery. According to court documents, Jenkins accepted over $75,000 in bribes in the form of cash and campaign donations. In exchange, investigators say that he appointed an unqualified auxiliary deputy sheriff to his department. The men received badges and credentials, and despite no proper training or vetting, 3 other people have been pleaded guilty for their roles in the conspiracy. Jenkins served as sheriff from 2012 to 2023. Taking a look outside this afternoon, Rosslyn, Virginia, the sun is shining, the wind is blowing, but the question many ask, are there a chance of showers over the weekend? Let's head over to meteorologist Brittany Ward, who's in for Damon Madsen. Brittany, people are ready to enjoy the weekend, rain or shine.
Yeah, you know, we are going to be tracking a few stray showers as we head into the weekend. The good news is it doesn't look to be a washout, so any weekend plans, just make sure you have the umbrella close by. A live look outside towards the Rosslyn skyline. Yes, we are still holding on to a bit of breeze, still holding on to clear conditions, but we'll start to see clouds roll their way in as we head through your evening. Temperature-wise, not looking bad across the area. We're sitting at 59 degrees right now in In D.C., lower 60s as you head over there to Fredericksburg, Virginia. You're in the lower to mid 50s as you head back off to the north and west out towards Hagerstown as well as Winchester, Virginia. But again, those winds are still on the breezier side. We're seeing gusts upwards to about 26 miles per hour here in the nation's capital. And when you have those breezy conditions, that gives you a wind chill value. So this is what it feels like outside. It feels like 57 degrees right now in D.C. It feels like 53 degrees right now in Hagerstown. And these wind chill values, they will start to improve as we head through the rest of your evening. So heading home from work tonight, not looking bad. Right around 6 o'clock, it looks like we're still expected to be in the 50s here in the nation's capital. Clear skies as we head through the first half of your evening, but then we start to see those temperatures begin to dip down into the 40s right around 10 o'clock, and notice those clouds will begin to roll their way in. Still going to be a quiet Friday night. It's heading into the weekend. That will be the chance for us to see a few showers across the area. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of this forecast and what to expect, Mark, coming up.
All right, Brittany. Thank you. Now to a health alert. There are 2 new cases of measles in Maryland, bringing the state's total number of cases to 3. And the 2 patients live in Prince George's County, and officials say that one was recently at the John Hanson Montessori School in Oxon Hill. The last known exposure on campus was March 12th, and health officials say that both patients were abroad and flew into Dulles Airport, and they were in the area's baggage claim area on March 5th. They were also both at DCA and used a terminal shuttle bus on March 14th. Also on March 14th, they took the Metro Yellow Line train from DCA to L'Enfant Plaza. Then they got on the Silver Line heading toward downtown Largo. DC News Now's Tim Reed covers Prince George's County for us, and he spoke with an infectious disease expert on how to protect you and your family from this highly contagious disease.
Here in Prince George's County, many are concerned about measles in the DMV. I spoke to several people who are worried. I also spoke to a doctor who shared some information on how to protect yourself from the disease.
It's very disconcerting because people have been warned about measles.
The word has spread throughout Prince George's County after state officials reporting 2 people having the measles.
It's scary for me because both of my parents are still alive, and I wouldn't want measles for myself. We were all vaccinated. But that doesn't mean that we still can't catch it.
Measles is a highly contagious illness that can spread easily through the air when an infected person breathes, coughs, or sneezes. Most people typically have a fever and runny nose and watery red eyes. We spoke to an infectious disease expert who was urging everyone to get vaccinated.
Probably the most important message I want to get out to folks is immunize, inform, and focus on individual impacts. So when I say immunize, if you're not immunized, go get immunized.
The doctor tells us once you've been immunized, that should protect you for years to come. But folks we spoke to are still alarmed.
Oh, it's real scary. I mean, because I actually live, my mother-in-law lives with us. And of course, we don't want to spread anything to her as well because her immune system is a whole lot weaker.
Dr. Catanzaro tells us if you or a family member believes you've been exposed to measles, you should contact your health provider. In Lanham, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
Thank you, Tim. And we're continuing to monitor this public health concern for the latest cases. And to find if you need a booster shot, go to DCNewsNow.com. Well, developing right now, Prince William County Police are reporting that a teacher assaulted a 15-year-old student. They say it happened on March 12th at Osborne High School in Manassas. The school resource officer says the female student approached a teacher during class. That's when the teacher, identified as Bobby Ray Lake of Manassas, allegedly grabbed her by the back and the neck and pushed her. No injuries were noted during the investigation. He's being charged with assault and battery. We're going to bring you updates as we learn more information.
We are fighting for a world where students can go to school and grow up and have futures.
In the district, protesters rally against an executive order to dismantle the Department of Education. President Trump signing the order yesterday, redirecting services to other agencies. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone joins us live outside of DOE. And Marielle, this afternoon, we're learning more about what's next.
Yeah, Mark, we now know that the Small Business Administration and Health and Human Services will take over some of those responsibilities formerly held by the Department of Education. Now, that news today, it's not any more reassuring to those out here protesting. They worry this is a slippery slope to losing those vital services altogether.
And I'm angry.
Outside the Department of Education, students, educators, and more setting up class.
Our country is founded on equal opportunity.
Rallying and holding a study-in for the day.
We're going to sit at desks, do our schoolwork, and study.
Mother and daughter Emily and Hannah Raskin joining in.
I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding about what the Department of Education actually does.
Raskin is a high school math teacher and believes misconceptions are behind the move to shutter the DOE.
It doesn't have anything to do with curriculum, but it has to do with funding for projects that a lot of people nationally like, right? So parents who have kids with disabilities, they like that their children's IEPs are being addressed.
Thursday, President Donald Trump signing this executive order to redistribute responsibilities of the DOE.
But we're going to shut it down and shut it down as quickly as possible.
He says the core functions like handling federal student loans, Title I grants, and civil rights enforcement will still exist, just under different departments.
The Small Business Administration, headed by Kelly Loeffler, is a terrific person, will handle all of the student loan portfolio. The Health and Human Services will be handling special needs.
I think this is BS, honestly.
But Wanye Allen is skeptical of that.
If you're taking so many people from these agencies and you're firing half of the staff, so what agency is it going to? Where's the staff?
And we know to entirely close the Department of Education, that will require an act by Congress. Republicans are already preparing to introduce some legislation to do that, but Democrats say they will not back that. Reporting live from the Department of Education, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Marielle, thank you. And the Commonwealth School Lunch could soon be changing. Governor Glenn Youngkin signing 2 bills into law that will soon ban certain common color additives from meals. Legislation bans 7 common food dyes used by manufacturers. The problem, however, health experts warn that these dyes have been linked to numerous health concerns, including cancer. Plus, they say that artificial food dyes can make kids more irritable and hyper.
These artificial food dyes, these harmful chemicals that are injected into our food, cause problems, real problems. And therefore, we are making a statement as well. No more.
Well, schools will have plenty of time to comply with the new law. It goes into effect July 1st, 2027. Alex Ovechkin, or Ovi, is one step closer to NHL history. The Washington Capitals legend scored his 888th goal last night. The Caps' victory over Philadelphia helped them clinch a playoff berth. Ovi now just 7 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's NHL record.